Alex Wallace here from Wallace Training Systems, and today we're going to show you a full lower body workout that you can do from home using only dumbbells. We're going to start it off with hamstrings and glutes using the dumbbell Romanian deadlift. So if you have some lower back issues, just make sure you keep watching the video because we're going to link above something that you can do in place of the dumbbell Romanian deadlift. These are one of those exercises where if you do it correctly, it should hit your hamstrings and your glutes. It's often done incorrectly, so I'm going to give you a couple of quick tips to hopefully make it effective for your hamstrings and glutes and keep your lower back safe and healthy. So what I like to do is I keep the dumbbells in front of me. I don't put them on the side, I keep them in front of me. And I think about if there is an X on my chest and an X on the wall in front of me, I'm trying to make them face each other the entire time. So I'm bending at my waist and I'm coming up. I'm not bending at my back. I'll show you from the side in a little bit. I think about keeping my chest up, I bend at my waist, and then I come on up. So from the side, I'm here. I think there's a rope around my waist and it's pulling my hips back. So I feel a deep stretch in my hamstrings here. I'm pushing my butt back. I even let my weight come to my heels a little bit. Butt comes back. I feel the stretch in my hamstrings and come up. Look, there's a huge difference between a dumbbell Romanian deadlift done correctly versus done completely incorrectly. This is wrong. I'm bending a lot at my back. This is not what we're looking for. This is what we're looking for. So look, if that's something you don't feel safe doing, that's okay. We've done other exercises that you can incorporate. I'm gonna link that a little bit later in the video. I'll link it up here. It's still gonna hit your hamstrings and glutes, and it's still gonna be an effective exercise for you. It doesn't involve any dumbbells, but it doesn't involve any equipment at all. So if you don't feel safe doing this, watch until about halfway through the video. I'm gonna link that up above. Next up, the goblet squat. We're gonna hit our quads and a little bit of glutes too with the goblet squat, but that's the next exercise. Goblet squat. You hold it up here, just like a goblet, like this, like a chalice, whatever you want, a cup. You stand here, same thing, my chest stays up, I angle my toes slightly out, and I squat down. How deep should you squat? It really depends on your mobility. For me, I have pretty good mobility, so I squat fairly deep. But check it out. I'm here, again, showing you from the side. As long as everything stays tight. I'm not bending a lot at my back to get depth. I'm not coming up on my toes. Everything stays nice and tight here. Boom, just like that. So if you don't want to do a goblet squat, let's say your dumbbells aren't heavy enough, again in that video that I will link later in the video, it will show you other exercises that you can do with your quads. We did it without any weight, but you can throw some dumbbells in your hands and do the same thing. So again, if you can't do this for whatever reason, click that next video because that will show you alternative exercises that you can incorporate for your quads. Last but not least, we're gonna take a look at the calves. We've showed you one calf exercise. Now we're gonna show you something completely different. I haven't seen a lot of people do this on YouTube. We've done a standing calf raise. Check out the channel. You can definitely learn how to do that. Pretty user-friendly. I haven't seen anybody show this though. So your calf actually has two different muscles. Well, if you think about your calf complex, it's a little bit more than that. But for our intents and purposes, you have your gastroc and your soleus. One of them's hit a little bit more when you're standing. One of them's hit a little bit more when you're doing a seated calf raise. So check it out. This is a way that you can do a seated calf raise at your house. All you need is something that you can put your foot on, your toes, and you put the dumbbell right behind your knee. From here, dip it low, nice little pause, good stretch. You come up as high as you can. So down low, up as high as you can. Down low, up as high as you can. So I'm thinking about driving up as high, little pause so I'm not getting a bounce, and I come up here. So look, complete calves. You gotta do some standing calf raises. You gotta do some seated calf raises. This one, I don't see a lot of people using. I don't see a lot of people showing. So check it out. This is something you can absolutely throw into your program for a little bit of novelty, and I think you'll really feel it in your calves. So that's a full lower body leg routine that you can do from home using only dumbbells. That being said, there are other exercises that you can do, and we've showed those before. Next up, after this series, the dumbbell series, we're gonna start looking at
resistance bands. I know a lot of people have resistance bands. We're gonna start showing you some exercises that you can incorporate from home. That way you can continue to get stronger, lose body fat, or at the very least, preserve the gains you've made in the gym. If you like the video, don't forget to like the video. If you're interested in consuming our content, make sure you subscribe. I'm Alex Wallace from Wallace Training Systems, and thanks for watching.